We're making dim sum, specifically Lo Mai Gai, aka sticky rice. This recipe is an absolute must-have for anyone who loves dim sum. From the dim sum carts at your favorite restaurant to right here in your own kitchen. I'll be showing you today how to make this essential dim sum dish at home from scratch. It not only tastes just like the restaurant style and quality, but is a fraction of the cost dim sum prices have skyrocketed to today. Before we get started, here's the ingredients you'll need: dried lotus leaves, dried shrimp, lapchang, oyster sauce, cornstarch, chicken powder, soy sauce, char siu, sesame oil, dried shiitake mushrooms, and of course, sticky rice, aka sweet glutinous rice. To start, we'll submerge our dried lotus leaves in a large bowl of warm water for about 1 to 2 hours. This really just helps rehydrate the leaves. You can fold them in half and let soak. Next, we'll cook our rice. Measure 4 cups of sweet glutinous rice and then cook. Be sure to watch the how-to video in the description for how to cook rice in the Instant Pot or use your rice cooker. Next, we'll dice about 1 pound of our homemade char siu. See the link in the description below for how to make char siu at home. Feel free to also use store-bought as well. We'll cube this into about 1/4 inch cubes. We'll then slice 4 links of lapchang into circular discs about 1/8 inch thick. Mince about 15 rehydrated shiitake mushrooms. Fresh can also be used, but rehydrated ones have a stronger umami flavor in my opinion. It just tastes better. For our sauces, we'll do 2 dishes, one for the rice and one for the filling. Pour 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce into both, 1 tablespoon soy sauce, and 3 tablespoons of soy sauce. 1 tablespoon chicken powder. In a separate dish, we'll mix together 3/4 tablespoon cornstarch with 1.5 tablespoons of water. 5 tablespoons of water to the rice sauce. Lastly, we'll measure out about 5 tablespoons of dried shrimp. On a wok set to high heat, add our meat to the wok. We'll add about 5 tablespoons of water. Toss this about. Then add our filling sauce that we made earlier. Cook this for about 1 minute. Add the mushrooms. Mix together. We'll take that cornstarch slurry we prepared earlier and add that. This will thicken up our filling. Be sure to mix for about 1 minute. The filling and sauce should really start to thicken up now. We can add 1 teaspoon of sesame oil and give it a final toss. Set this filling aside in a bowl. The sticky rice we started earlier is now ready, so we can bring this over and mix in the sauce. I like to do this gradually by adding a little sauce, then mixing and repeating gradually, adding more and more sauce until it's all mixed in. This just helps ensure all the rice gets seasoned nicely without having any mushy or unseasoned clumps. It's time to wrap. Take one of the lotus leaves, fold it in half, and use a pair of scissors or knife to cut the leaves into quarters. You should end up with 4 sheets per lotus leaf. Take 2 of the sheets and orient the top of the leaf facing up. This is usually the darker side of the leaf. Align both leaves so that the large sides overlap about 1/3 of the surface. We can then add about 1/3 cup of our rice to the first layer in the center of the lotus leaves. Pat and shape this into a rough square shape. Then add about 4 to 5 tablespoons of the filling into the center, and then add another 1/3 cup of sticky rice on top. We'll use this to basically seal up our Lo Mai Gai. To wrap, pull together the left and right sides of the lotus leaves into the center overlapping. If the leaves are too large, you may tuck the excess into the fold. Then fold the top and bottom into the center, and again tuck any excess. This may take a little practice, but it'll work out in the end. We can then set this aside and repeat for the rest of our Lo Mai Gai filling. This recipe makes about 8 Lo Mai Gai, but feel free to scale this recipe accordingly. These also freeze very well, so making a bunch and reheating later is a great option. That's what I do. They make for an easy dinner on a busy night, or just great dim sum at home when you have that craving but not the money. The size of these can also be adjusted to whatever size you like. Today, we're making them about the size that you get at the dim sum cart style restaurants. This is what I grew up with and love. Let's steam. In a steamer, add our Lo Mai Gai and steam for about 15 to 18 minutes before removing and allowing to cool on a tray. This will help the rice stick together a bit more and also the filling meld into the dish. The lotus leaves will also soften just like at dim sum. We'll do this for all the Lo Mai Gai we wrap today. And boom, you have Lo Mai Gai. This tastes identical to the restaurant-style dim sum you get eating out, but is 10 times cheaper than eating out. The flavor is absolutely amazing. From the lapchang to the shiitake mushrooms, this sticky rice is packed with filling and flavor, all made right here at home. To eat these, just steam, unwrap, and enjoy. It's best to get a bite of the rice and the filling. Each bite has a fantastic seasoning of the sticky rice, with a delicious filling of chashu, shrimp, sausage, and sauce. It's an absolute must-have and you must try. If this is making you hungry, then be sure to like and subscribe for more, and let me know in the comments below what your favorite dim sum dish is. There's so much dim sum out there, and this is just one of those. Normally, there is also roast chicken in Lo Mai Gai, but I didn't have chicken, so if you want, be sure to also add roast chicken to the filling. That is the guy in Lo Mai Gai, but honestly, it still tastes amazing even without chicken, so